the one that Travis is on. Let's take a look at this one here. And this one is continuing to intensify. This one up here in northwestern Oklahoma, and this is really moving into parts of north central Oklahoma. We're going to get right back to Travis's shot in a second. This one now, it's developing a bit of a hook. You see a hook developing here. So this is now a developing supercell in northwestern Oklahoma. This is now a developing supercell. This is in Grant County. This is Wakita. This is the developing hail core. This is taking on a textbook supercell characteristic now. You also see that developing hook there on the back end of it. That's going to be just north to the Nash area. And what I want to do, I want to go back to Travis's live shot up there. And again, he's had some fairly dynamic video so far today, and I want to get back to him and go ahead and take a look at exactly what Travis is seeing up there. And Travis, you're back on the live line with us here. Go ahead and give us an update. It looks like you're having to reposition a little bit is what it's looking like there. But go ahead and tell us what you're seeing with that supercell now up there in north central Oklahoma.
Still the same thing. It's just intensifying a little bit. I'm trying to reposition up to Medford and trying to get a better angle on this storm.
Travis, let me tell you something real quick here. I know you're repositioning there. You're getting a better angle. Let me put this into movie mode. Let's go and take a look at the motion with this storm here. And we're going to take a look at the motion with this because this is now a supercell in northwestern and really north central Oklahoma. This is Grant County here. And this is a textbook supercell now developing. It looks a little bit weird because it came up right over the NEXRAD site there at Vance Air Force Base. Large hail core here, developing hook here, developing rotation there. So this is now a supercell. This is really what we call a high precipitation supercell. Lots of rain, lots of hail embedded here. And this one here, again, we've really got to keep our eyes on it. So you folks in Wakita, it's also, if you notice here, folks, over the last 5 minutes, look at the very last couple frames, that's turning to the right. This is now starting to slow down. It's anchoring. It's turning to the right. So what this means here, because this is important, this is not tornadic, but this is a strengthening supercell now. So Pond Creek, back up over here through Jefferson, all the way back up through Medford, you folks need to stay alert. I think this is going to turn a little more to the right. It's anchoring now, and this is going to turn a little bit more to the right. And so that's what we need to watch. You can see just in the last couple frames, again, as this continues to evolve, there's a bit of a right turn. And again, that's fairly typical with these supercells. So again, from Renfro to Medford, all the way down through Jefferson, Pond Creek, again, you folks definitely need to stay alert with this storm. Let's go to velocities. Travis, we're going to get right back to you. I know you're repositioning, so hold on one second here. So these are what we call fast changing weather conditions, folks. And here in Oklahoma, we're used to that. And again, these are fast changing weather conditions now across parts of north central Oklahoma. And what we're doing, we're looking at velocities or the wind flow within the storm. And the only thing, we're basically sitting right there on top of that NEXRAD site. And so we're not getting a real good clean return. As that storm kind of moves a little bit further away from that NEXRAD site, we'll get a better display of what's going on up there. But Travis, let's get back to your video. And you're still on the live line with us. You're looking at that cell. Go ahead and give us an update from your location.
Well, it's starting to look a lot better on the back side of this, where it's starting to pick up a lot of stuff off that ground. And I'll tell you what, the inflow picked up.
Yeah, this is strengthening. I'm gonna, Travis, your stream is stopped for 1 second. I don't know if you can refresh it from your end. I'm trying to restart it from here. And the one thing the folks at home or maybe watching on the mobile app just have to remember is that, again, when we're fairly rural, sometimes the streams do stop. Sometimes they'll be a little intermittent. So you just have to bear with us. It's just technology, just like with your cell phone at home. We're basically having to work through the same issues. We're back to your stream, but it still looks like it's stalled. But go ahead, still give us a play-by-play. And again, update us where you are. I know you were near Hillsdale earlier. Where are you at right now?
Right now, I'm directly west of Pond Creek on Highway 64.
Okay, so you're closer to the Pond Creek area now. Okay, and so are you tracking eastbound, or tell me which way you're going? Because this thing, I don't want you to get too far east on this. The only reason, and we'll go back to radar while your stream is still frozen here. This is the only reason. So Travis is back over here near Pond Creek. We have a developing hook now. We have strengthening rotation. We just don't want him to get too far away from this. Again, that way he's able to see what's going on. If this is turning a little more to the right now, he may be able to stay on this Highway 60 up here and again be able to shoot back and track this and stay in front of it. So Travis, which way are you going right now?
Right now I'm headed north. I was going east. I turned north.
Are you heading up towards Jefferson?
I would have to.
That's fine. Did you turn north on 81? Did you turn north on 81?
It's not 81 anymore.
Okay.
It's a county road, but yes, it's the same.
Okay, so what you need to do, so this is really, Travis, this is coming up fast. We're going to go back to velocities. We need you to actually get a picture on this. This is coming up fast. And again, this is just looking at radar reflectivity. This is the experience talking here, folks. This is a strengthening hook. And again, I'm not saying there's any imminent tornado risk, but there may be an imminent tornado risk here fairly quickly. So we need to get video of this, Travis, again, basically right now. This is, again, a strengthening supercell here, again, with the hook up there. So the only thing, don't get too far north on 81 because I think there's going to be a bit more of a easterly turn here, and don't get sucked up in it. You may need to stay closer to that 60 so you can get west and east. But again, this is strengthening. We're still looking at your stream. It still looks like it's frozen. So again, I don't know if you can, again, we're dealing with technology in a fairly rural area, so I don't know if you can jumpstart that stream, but again, we'd like to see what you're seeing up there for sure. But go and give us a play-by-play. Go and give us an update with what you're seeing where you are right now.
Okay, right now I'm stopped. I'm on a county road. I'm facing to the northwest, looking at the storm, and I'm trying to get my stream back up. But right now we have a little bit of scuds down there that look like they're trying to rotate.
You said that is trying to rotate?
It appears so, yeah.
Yeah, I would absolutely say so. And right now we're just waiting on Travis to get his stream back up there. And what I think we have here, folks, and again, we're looking at velocities here, the wind flow within the storm. Let's go and go back over to our reflectivity. I'm just kind of working several different angles here while we're talking to Travis. So if you've lived in Oklahoma for a while, you know what a supercell looks like, you know what a hook looks like. And the only radar issue that we're having right now is this is the radar site out of Vance Air Force Base here. So we're basically sitting right on top of that next rad side. But this is a strengthening supercell. Again, this is all rain. This is the hail area right here. This is the inflow notch. This is the warm air feeding into it that Travis is seeing right now. And again, this is the spin motion on the backside. That's the hook. That's the hook right there. And again, that's going to be the area we're concerned about. Now, it looks like over the last 10 minutes or so, and Travis, as soon as you get your stream up, just let me know. We'll go right back to it. And or if you have anything else to pass there on the live line. And let me go and try and refresh it from here because we really want to see these pictures of what you're seeing up there because this is an evolving situation. Okay, so we've got your stream up. And okay, so here we go. And Travis, it looks like if you could, okay, so this is going to be the area that I was talking about when we just looked at reflectivity there. This is the area of heavy rain and hail on the northerly side of it. Now this wall cloud here on the back end of it, Travis, this doesn't look super pronounced, to be honest with you. So are you shooting to the northwest from your location there?
Right now I'm shooting to the northwest.
Okay, so again, where we saw all the hot colors on the north side of that hook there, this is what that is. Okay, this is all heavy rain, this is hail, this is probably larger than quarter size hail now with this being a supercell. So this is the hook that we were seeing on radar. Okay, so this is the hook right here. You see the base of it there. It's not super low. It's not super well defined. Travis, so what would you say? I mean, what is the kind of the rotation rate where you are? I mean, I'm trying to look at this kind of in real time. Obviously, I'm having to look at it through a TV screen here. But Travis, what are you seeing as far as the rotation rate goes? Because the wall cloud, at least right now, doesn't look super impressive with this storm to me. Okay, so what are you seeing from where you are right now?
There's just a little bit of rotation, not a whole lot. Nothing to really get concerned about yet.
Okay. And again, just to show folks again what we're talking about here, this is one we can't let go of. We got to go back down south. That storm west of the Oklahoma City metro, it's now gone severe. So we've got to check that one too. Trey's on that one. So again, the dark, really all the dark precipitation, that was all of this here. This is the heavy rain and hail. Again, this is Travis looking to the northwest at it. There's the hook. But again, the wall cloud on that hook, it didn't look too impressive. And you folks saw that at home too. That again, that's a wall cloud, not super impressive. If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, again, you know. So again, here's all the heavy rain and the hail just to kind of orient you. And again, there's the hook with the wall cloud. You can see the spin though. You can see a fairly slow spin there with that storm if you look carefully. It is there. So we're going to track that one. We've got eyes on it. Travis is on there. Travis, if you have anything to pass, just let us know. But what I want to do real quick, I want to go back down to south or west central Oklahoma, and I want to take a look at that other cell because that's the one that Trey is on, and that one now west of Oklahoma City, that one's gone severe, and that one's coming up fast. And that one down there is actually coming up real fast. We got to get back down on that one, and we're going to check in with Trey. We're going to take a look at his live stream. I'm just switching the radar around right now. And as we go ahead and zoom in on this one here, that one is coming up fairly fast. So here's the one that we're talking about down across west central Oklahoma. This one basically formed over Anadarko. Trey's there in Chickasha. He's basically had live video of it this entire time. That one is now severe, and that's going to be a severe thunderstorm warning on that one. I'm just looking at the latest data here from the Weather Service for some quarter-size hail. And let's go and take a closer look at this here. So this one for the Oklahoma City Metro is important because there's going to be a general northeasterly motion with this one. And again, you can see it's still out across parts of Caddo County, Union City, El Reno up in here. Tornado watch is in effect, so that's why we just want to stress we've got to watch these carefully. We don't know that anything is going to produce a tornado at all, but we've got to watch everything carefully today. And so again, northwest of Chickasha, where Trey is, that is now a developing, at least it has the potential to be a supercell. You see that latest scan come in? This is rapidly developing now. Okay, so that one's rapidly developing. Let's go to Trey, and let's go and take a look at his live shot here. Trey, are you still on the live line with us? Trey, are you still on the live line down there with us?
Yeah, sorry.
That's fine. Go ahead and give us an update. We're looking at this cell here. Again, that one's coming up extremely fast now within the last 5 to 10 minutes. You know, we don't want to overdo it, but we almost want to say that's some explosive development you have down there now. And so you're looking at that cell. Go ahead and tell us what you're seeing down there from Chickasha.
Well, I'm actually a little bit north of Chickasha now.
Okay.
I repositioned on this so we can see it better. And I got a big, giant rain-free base. I got some precip off to the north of it. It's rotating. It's down here. It's just looking beautiful.
Yeah, this one is, I'm just looking at some velocities within this, and you're absolutely right. There is definitely some spin developing down there with that. Let's go back to radar just to show you. Hey, Trey, are you able to get a different shot of that? I don't know if you're able to maybe get to the top of that hill or not. There's just a little bit of obstruction there. It's just a little bit hard to see. So I don't know if you're able to do anything with that. But again, this right here, this potentially could be another developing supercell. We're going to get right back up to that supercell we have in north central Oklahoma. But what you got to do as these cells develop, you've got to look at the structure of these. And again, so we've already got an area basically of heavy rain, possibly hail developing right here. And look at that appendage already trying to develop there on the really the westerly and the southerly side. You can see this thing is maybe trying to start to spin. So this could be a developing supercell now here as well. This is very important for the Oklahoma City Metro, folks. With this tornado watch in effect, we've got to take these seriously. Again, we don't want to be alarmist, but we've got to take these seriously. Let's go back to Trey's live shot here. And as we do that, that's a really great shot there, Trey. Again, with the sun setting, now we're able to get a better perspective of exactly what this is. So again, you can see the base of the storm. Look at the striations. So this is if you're out tracking storms, if you're a storm chaser, a storm tracker, or whatever, you can look at these bases. This is what we call a bell base. There's the again, the base of the actual mesocyclone. But you see these striations, these little lines within that bell? What that is, that's basically areas of spin. So that's how when we're looking at these storms from a distance, when our storm trackers like Trey is out there tracking these, he can tell these storms are actually spinning. But that's a beautiful shot. Look at that sun setting. And again, this now what could be a developing supercell really just west of the Oklahoma City Metro with the striations. And again, strong rotation, at least at the mid-levels trying to develop right now on that storm. Let's take a look at radar with that again, just real quick here. And again, as we do that, again, let's take a look at the hail core tracker here as well. And as we take a look at the hail core tracker, again, you can see that developing hail core there on the southerly side. So that storm's severe, quarter-size hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. We know that for sure. We're going to track that one carefully. It is within that tornado watch. So we've got to watch that one, again, very carefully. But now what we need to do, we need to go back up to northern Oklahoma. And again, we need to take a look at this supercell that we have up here. This is in Grant County. And it looks like this thing has continued to, what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch the radar site back up here to the Vance Air Force Base NEXRAD site. And what we're going to do with this is, as we go and zoom that in, I'm just looking at some other radar data here as well. So this is still a bona fide supercell. And again, you can still see that hook there on the lower end of it. I want to get back over to Travis's stream here. And Travis is still trying to close back in on this. But again, you can see that the Weather Service has now kind of repositioned this warning. This is going to be more of an easterly movement now. Let me zoom this out just a little bit here. And again, if you were joining us maybe 10 minutes ago, I said this storm was kind of starting to anchor and turn a little bit more to the east, which is typical for supercells. That's what's happened now. And you can see the warning, as opposed to, basically going up into parts of Kansas, it now basically is tracking a little more to the east. So this is important information. So this is not an imminent tornado threat right now. There's no tornado warning in effect. But folks, look at this cell. This is a supercell. If you've lived in Oklahoma, you know exactly what this looks like. There's a lot of days I can name where we have cells like this. It doesn't always mean it produces a tornado. We don't always get tornadoes out of these, but this is a textbook supercell. This means business. This is large hail. This could be going to tennis ball size hail now, and there is definitely, look at that end right there, trying to wrap up down there. So again, officially no tornado warning on this, but again, this one's spinning up. Travis is on that one. We're going to look at his live stream. He's just repositioning here. But basically what you need to know, Renfro, Medford, all the way through Deer Creek there, that's in northern Grant County. You folks have absolutely got to stay aware of this cell, because this one very well could go tornadic again fairly quickly. Travis, we're pulling up your live stream again. If you're still on the live line with us, go ahead and give us an update. Tell us what you're seeing from your location, again, as you're basically closing back in on this cell.
Well, right now I'm headed east to Palm Creek, and then I'm going to go north to Medford. There really hasn't been much change other than this just keeps it's moving easterly, and I'm just trying to stay ahead of it.
Okay, so you're still right there on it. Now, Travis, I mean, we're getting a fairly decent appendage there on the back end of it. I know you're about to reposition, so we'll be able to take a look at that wall cloud again here, again momentarily. But I mean, what type of inflow, what type of dynamics are you seeing with that cell? Because I'm telling you, this is a textbook supercell. Again, supercells don't always produce tornadoes, but again, this is one that we've got to stay extra on guard with, if you will, up there across northern Grant County. And in fact, the latest indications are here on a radar. Travis, we're almost trying to get more of a low-level lock here now on this one. So we've had some fairly vigorous mid-level rotation, and the latest indications here on Mesoscan now, Travis, it looks like it's trying to work down. It's trying to work down a little bit, and even here on Mesoscan radar, we're getting some indications now of a bit more low-level spin. Okay, so this could now be an intensifying mesocyclone. As soon as you get a chance to shoot back up into it, I know you're having to reposition. I see you driving down a county road. You're doing what you have to do, but we would like to take a look at this and kind of reassess this storm because it looks like it's still intensifying there across parts of northern Grant County.
Give me just 1 second. I'm fixing to turn north on Highway 81.
No problem. I know you're having to kind of navigate the roads, and again, you're even having to navigate some of those rural roads. We're getting a real strong indication here now of some increasing rotation, Travis, on this. And you're going to be on 81, so you're going to be perfect. Are you north or south of Jefferson? Are you north or south of Jefferson up there?
I'm just south of Jefferson.
Okay.
Go through Jefferson.
Okay, so you're going to be in perfect position. So and I'll show you real quick as he's closing in. So here's Jefferson. This is 81 that Travis is on. Here's the hook. And again, we're now getting some indications here on Mesoscan radar that this rotation is intensifying, and it could be intensifying here fairly quickly. Again, there's no tornado warning on this. Again, this is still just a severe thunderstorm warning with, again, some, at least we'll call this vigorous mid-level rotation. Travis Sheets, our storm tracker up there, again, closing in on this cell. And as we take a look at it, as he approaches it, again, what you're going to see basically in the distance, that's going to be the rain and hail core. But as it gets a little bit closer, that hook that I just showed you, so that's going to be off here to the northwest. So as it gets closer, we'll be able to take a look at the hook, we'll be able to take a look at the wall cloud, and we'll be able to assess the mesocyclone rate and see where it is as far as its development goes, and again, see if it's close to producing any type of tornadic activity. So again, he's still closing in on it. Travis, and you're getting a better vantage point. You're actually there looking at it. So go ahead and give us an update with what you're seeing there live on scene.
Okay, well, you've got the wall clouds on the front head, or on the front side of it. You've got a pretty good sized mesocyclone, and then you got this little rotation in the back. I don't know if it's going to intensify, if it's going to get tight and drop a tornado at any time. Right now, it's just kind of mediocrely rotating.
Okay, so that is the wall cloud now that we're starting to get a look at. That's going to be the wall cloud there on the far left-hand area. So we've got some rising scud. We've got a little bit of rising motion. This is the wall cloud. Again, this is going to be the basically the precipitation area of the supercell. Heavy rain, hail up through there, maybe even some tennis ball size hail. Lots of rising motion. So this is still several miles to the west of Travis, but this is tracking directly to where he is. So this is basically going to cross 81 where he is. So again, this is heading directly towards him. So as this gets a little bit closer, we'll get a better indication. But again, so he looks like he's just passing some other storm trackers there. So we're not seeing anything hanging down out of this at all. Nothing to give us any indication that there's an imminent tornado threat. But again, just with some of the latest data we're looking at here on Mesoscan radar, Travis, this continues to intensify there. This continues to come up there. So we've really got to keep our eyes on it. I want to go to radar. We're going to cut away from your shot just real quick here, Travis. And the only reason why is, again, I want to show in general where this is heading. So again, this is, at least right now, this is a big time hail producer. So that's the one thing we know for sure, from Renfro down through Medford, all lots of big hail through there. But again, this is tracking now east with a bit of a northeasterly motion to it. Medford, you folks in Medford, definitely stay weather aware with this one. Again, this is a bona fide supercell. Deer Creek, even back over through the Bremen area, there across parts of K County. Again, you folks stay weather aware as well with this cell. So again, some fairly dynamic pictures coming in here from Travis Sheets, our storm tracker that's up there. And again, we're taking a look at his video. We're going to drop back down to west central Oklahoma here in a second as well, because we do have that other cell down there just west of the Oklahoma City metro that we are tracking very carefully as well. But at least right now, Travis, go ahead and give us a quick update from, again, what you're seeing as you're closing in now on that storm. Travis, are you still on the live line there with us? We may have momentarily lost Travis. Okay, it looks like we've lost Travis here just momentarily. We still have his video. We just don't have his audio there. So we'll be checking back in with Travis again. It's fairly rural, that area that he's in. So, but again, that's the storm that we're concerned with there across parts of north central Oklahoma. And again, right now, Medford back through Deer Creek, Renfro. You folks definitely stay weather aware, heads up. Again, this is a supercell that is in your area. What I want to do, I want to go back down south with this other storm that's going to be just west of the Oklahoma City metro. Our other storm tracker, Trey Smith, they're on that. That one came up fairly quickly. Just bear with me while I'm readjusting the radar here. This one not as intense right now, but it is severe with quarter-size hail and winds over 60 miles per hour. And again, in general, we've really got to track this one because it is, in general, heading towards the Oklahoma City metro. But again, right now with this one in west central Oklahoma, there across parts of northern Grady County, the only threat with that right now, again, 60 mile per hour winds and quarter-size hail. Let's get Trey Smith here back on the line with us. And Trey, we're looking at your live shot. And Trey, if you're still on the line with us, go ahead and give us an update with what you're seeing on that cell there. And also tell us where you are. It looks like you're out of Chickasha now. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm maybe probably about 2 to 3 miles north of Chickasha,
okay,
on Highway 81, and I've got a little bit of rotation at the lower levels on this storm.
Yeah, and you can see, so in general, folks, heading into the evening, there's going to be an increasing risk of rotation, at least within these storms. It never means it's going to produce a tornado, but the dynamics of the atmosphere are such that, again, the rotation rates will increase. Now, will that mean we see any tornadoes at all? We don't know, but again, the threat of tornadoes is there. So again, what Trey's saying, and again, you can see this base of this right here, and again, earlier you had a great shot where you could actually see the striations up into the bell features of this, where we can actually see the mid-level rotation with this. And again, basically we're just watching to see if any of that works on down to the ground. But again, right now, this is, at least we'll call this a rotating storm. Go ahead. Who was that, Trey, or was that Travis?
That was Trey.
Oh, Trey, go ahead.
You can see it very well. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it very well, but you see that telephone pole?
Yeah.
In my shot?
Yes.
If you look just to the right, I got a little bit of a lowering right there.
Yep.
It looks like maybe just to the right of that, behind that tree, and behind Doug now.
Yeah.
That I need, I'm going to scoot up and double check this. It looks like I have a little bit of an RFD cut on maybe another.
If you're talking about over in here, this could be a little bit of inflow back over in here. I think if you're talking about that, I mean, there's a little bit of a notch here. That's nothing real concerning. But again, this is kind of a tail cloud, some inflow type action you have back over there on the right-hand side of your screen. So that's some of the dynamics.
Rain core.
Say that again.
Yeah, right off the backside of the rain core there.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. That looks like that's a little bit of a tail cloud. It's kind of going out of your shot. I can't see it completely, but it looks like that's going to be where we have a little bit of inflow coming on into this storm. Again, with the precipitation there just to the north, and again, this at least trying to develop, again, wall cloud. And again, this is going to be north of Chickasha across parts of northern Grady County. This storm, it's hanging on. It's not really super intensifying, if you will. It's just basically hanging on there across parts of northern Grady County. It is severe, quarter-size hail, winds over 60 miles per hour. Again, you see Trey there. There's his live GPS. He's looking at it. It's trying to mature, so we just got to watch this and see. Again, it's getting closer to the Oklahoma City metro, but again, right now, this is just what we call a low-end severe thunderstorm. Will it intensify more? We'll have to watch that one and see. Trey, unless you have anything else, I want to get back up to northern Oklahoma real quick. And I want to check back in up there with what's going on, because we have a little bit more